Welcome back to the channel. Today we got a quick walk around on this 2024 Mazda CX-90, and not just any CX-90. This one is actually a Premium Plus, and it is the plug-in hybrid option there that you can get on this CX-90. So this gives you all electric mode and a hybrid system that gets great fuel economy. So let's do a quick walk around and see what this has to offer for you. All right, so let's start off with the proportions of this vehicle, because golly day, the CX-9 that this replaced was a regular midsize SUV that looked good, but it didn't look this good. This is really incredible looking, really reminds me of a high luxury vehicle, and the proportions of it, because this is rear-wheel drive based, you have this longer hood here on the front, and this back portion there just really looks amazing. It looks aggressive, and it really stands out when you're driving on the road. Now, let's start off here with the front here. So, Kodo design here from Mazda does continue here on this vehicle. You have LED headlights, LED turn signals, and the daytime running lights. And then down here, you'll see that you actually have sensors that go across the vehicle, because this does have front radar sensors. So when you get close to something and start beeping at you, you also do have, tucked underneath the Mazda logo, you'll see that you have a camera right there, because this does have 360-degree camera view as well here on this screen. Now, again, super aggressive styling. The hood, the slope on the hood looks absolutely awesome. And then these wheels are standard on the plug-in hybrid, and you can get these on the turbo options there on the regular gasoline CX-90. But really good looking wheels here. They stand out. They got the black accents with the silver accents as well there, and it just looks really, really awesome. These are wrapped in Falcon tires here, and overall, they just fit this vehicle super nice, and this gray paint color makes those black wheels look awesome as well. Now, if you get the plug-in hybrid option, you obviously get the badging here with the PHEV option there. You do get LED turn signals in the mirror, roof rails on the top, and up top there is a panoramic sunroof as well. Really good design here on the bottom, and it stretches all the way to the back, and at the back of it, it says Mazda embossed right on the back side of that chrome strip. I'll zoom out a little bit so you can kind of see the proportions on this vehicle, which is really nice. Again, chrome trim around the bottom there, and then this back side, you have the shark fin antenna on top. You have a spoiler here on the back with a third brake light. You do have the wiper blade back here exposed, and then on this back side, you do have these really cool taillights that came with the redesign on this CX-90. Now, cool feature is here, you'll see that the turn signals are housed right in here. You'll see you got brake lights in here, and Mazda still has their really cool heartbeat designed turn signals there. So you'll see when I press the unlock, it's kind of like a heartbeat there, and it's really, really cool. Just a small little design that Mazda throws in the vehicles. CX-90 badge right there, all-wheel drive as well. All CX-90s will come all-wheel drive. And then you'll see that you have your plug-in hybrid badge back here, eSky Active plug-in hybrid vehicle there. So really nice. Now you'll see that you do have two doors. So this is the plug-in hybrid door right back here. You can go back, open it up, and that's where you can plug in your J1772 port. Now, this only is compatible with level 1 and level 2 charging. You can't take this to a supercharger and plug it in. Excuse me, guys. The sinus season's creeping up on us. But you can plug this in level 1, level 2 chargers, and in most cases, this vehicle can charge the battery pack overnight while you are sleeping, and you'll have an electric range in the morning. And then on the left-hand side, or the driver's side of the vehicle, you have your regular gas cap. Doors a little bit smaller. This is actually locked. I apologize. So it's locked from the inside, but you can pop that open. You have your gas cap for normal gas. So let's pop open this trunk and look at the back now. All right, so let's pop open the trunk. Now, there's a few ways you can do it. You can press the button underneath the Mazda logo, or you can press the key fob here. I'll just pop it open with the key fob. Power trunk will pop open for us, and it reveals a big trunk back here. Absolutely ginormous trunk. You can see there's space all the way up to those second row seats. Now, there is a third row back here that actually does allow you to have 3 passengers. I just put up 2 fingers, but 3 passengers back here. So you can put 3 kids back there and still have cargo space behind the third row. Now, with the third row down, you have all this cargo space you can use up. Now, in the third row, you do have cup holders. You do have a USB-C port back there on that side. And on that side, you also do have air vents back here that you can pop open, and some tie downs when these seats are down for your groceries. Now, in the regular cargo area, you do have a regular household outlet right there. And you do have one on this side as well. Plus, you have a regular 12-volt kind of cigarette lighter outlet right there. Now, here, underneath here, you have some of your spare tire equipment that you can put in. And then also back here, you do have one accessories, your carpeted floor mats, but you do have this charger where you can plug the charger in at your house and then plug it in to that J1772 port right back there and charge up your power plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. So cool that they do offer that and give that to you standard. Now, you do have 2 buttons back here. If you press this button on the power lift gate, it will shut the vehicle and then it will actually lock the vehicle. And then if you just press this one, it will just close the hatch there without locking the vehicle, which is cool that they give you those options. Let's go up to the second row now. All right, so before we go to the back there, let's look at the window sticker here on this Mazda CX-90. Now, let's talk about the fuel economy first, because this is why you're getting this plug-in hybrid. In this segment, this is really the only plug-in hybrid that gives you the option to have 7 seats or 8 seats there in this in these vehicles there in this midsize SUV segment. So, combined MPGe, which is basically miles per gallon equivalent to the electricity, 56 miles MPGe, 25 is the regular gasoline hybrid model there, and then you actually have 26 miles of full electric range if you charge this battery to 100% and obviously drive in peak conditions. Now, coming over here, you can stop the video at any time and kind of look at the window sticker, but 323 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque in this vehicle. It is also being sent through a 8-speed automatic transmission. I showed you those 21-inch wheels out there that are really nice. I'll talk about it again. But final MSRP on this vehicle, $59,420. We did also add all-weather mats to this vehicle there, so that's a separate option there. But from the factory, $59,420. Now, let's pop open this door. Now, the thing that Mazda does do very, very well, this door actually comes at almost a 90-degree angle, so it makes it so easy to get inside that vehicle with your kids, or if you have car seats or strollers or whatever the case is, it makes it so easy to get inside that vehicle. One caveat is if you're in a parking lot, be careful with your kids because they will bang someone else's door on accident because they pop them so wide there. But overall, I love this. It's great. It's easy to get the kids in and out of. Now, talking about the door, you do have a sunshade here, which is awesome for those kids. Really cool design here with the silver accents. Nice silver door handle. It feels high quality, super plush. Armrest here, power windows, and you have some cup holders down there at the bottom. Over to the seat itself, a super nice leather finish seat here that does have the anchors on the bottom there. Super easy to get to. If you need to anchor anybody in, you just pull this off and the anchors are exposed right there. You don't have to go searching for them like in other vehicles. And if you're not using them, you pop that back in. Super easy to do. Very nice, very high quality. These seats are also heated here in this Premium Plus. Now, come to the center console, you do have your third row, or your 3-zone climate control. This is the 3rd zone in the back here. You have your controls here with your 3-stage heated seat option and 2 USB-C ports right there. Both back pockets, both back of the seats backs there do have pockets in them. And the second row passengers do have a cup holder here that I might add is pretty flimsy. So if I got one gripe with Mazda about this vehicle, it's this cup holder. This cup holder is nice to have, but I could see my kids or someone else's kids stepping on that and breaking it. So just be careful with that cup holder. Now, coming to the back here, you do have this slide and push out of the way option that will get you to the 3rd row. Sorry for the plastic back there. This vehicle obviously is still brand new. But you can get to the 3rd row with these seats up, and it just makes it so much easier. You have a little step down here that you can get into the back of the vehicle, and then you can press this up and out of the way. But overall, just a lot of space here in this CX-90 compared especially to the old CX-9 and really any other plug-in hybrid options in this segment or in the market in general. Let's go up to the driver's seat. All right, so driver's seat time. Real quick, before I do that, I want to show you the key. So traditional Mazda key, very light really in your hand, and it fits well. The lock and unlock buttons are here on the side. So lock, unlock, you got this to press and hold for the power liftgate, and then this for the hazard button. No remote start on the actual key fob, but you can do remote start through your My Mazda app. Now, let's go up to the vehicle itself. This is keyless entry, so you could just go up to the car, open the door up, and get inside. You can also press this little divot here, you'll see, and it will then lock the vehicle with your having your key right in your pocket. And then when you go up, no one can get into it. Obviously, I got the key in my pocket, and it unlocks for me. But if someone didn't have the key, they couldn't get inside the vehicle there without that key. So, coming over to the door itself, again, really cool design, silver here on the driver door, like the passenger one. Really nice, high quality door handle, lock and unlock buttons there, and your power mirror, power window options are right here. Easy to find. Really softly padded armrest here, cup holders down at the bottom, and this does have a really nice sound system here. It's not branded here, but it is branded here, a Bose sound system here inside this vehicle that does sound amazing. Now, on the driver's side seat, Mazda is really big on structuring the vehicle around the driver, because you're the one that needs to be driving the vehicle, having fun, and being comfortable as well. So these seats are really comfortable. Power seat here with power lumbar option. These seats are heated and ventilated as well. So is the heated steering wheel, or the steering wheel. It is heated as well. Nice leather wrapped steering wheel. Now, let's look on the left hand side of the steering wheel. First, you got an air vent here that blows right in your face. You do also have your release for your gas cap. You also have your traction control off system, your parking sensors, and your safety sensors right there. You can turn them all off. And you do have your two-way memory seat option and your power liftgate button right there. You do have a manual tilt and telescoping steering wheel there, and you do have your automatic high beam lights right there on the side. Let's jump on in and turn this on, turn the vehicle on so you can see the screen, but also up top here, there is a panoramic sunroof that is not open at this very second. Let's go in and turn the vehicle on. All right, so let's turn this vehicle on. Foot on the brake, pushing on the power button there. Now, sometimes with this vehicle being, let the chimes go off for a second. So, with this vehicle being a plug-in hybrid option, sometimes the engine will not fire on because it has just that electric range that it's going to use to start up. So, if you press the button and the vehicle doesn't automatically turn on, look down at the bottom left-hand side of this nice 12.3-inch screen, fully digital, by the way. And if it says ready down there, it is ready to drive. So, just be careful when you turn the vehicle on. Sometimes it will not fire up like a regular gasoline vehicle. Now, over here on the side, you do have a nice 12.3-inch screen as well. Now, this is a touchscreen, but there's a little caveat to it. Touchscreen function only works if you're having Android Auto and Apple CarPlay and you are stopped. If you are driving, the only way you can control the vehicle is actually by this turn knob and the buttons that are surrounding with, like the volume knob and everything here, home button here. Which is not a hateful thing because it's pretty self-explanatory. Once you get in here, you can basically really get used to this, and you're not touching the screen. You're actually looking forward and looking at the road while you're actually controlling the screen. So it's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. I do like it. It's very nice. This screen is super high resolution. So when you have like your music on or Apple CarPlay or radio stations on, that kind of stuff, super high resolution, very high quality screen there. Now, below that, you do have your hazards, plus a really softly padded section right here that Mazda took the time to design to put inside this vehicle. They didn't go cheap and put plastic here that wasn't soft. I mean, you can see it when I'm pushing in on it. It is super soft and super high quality in this vehicle. Now, down below that, you got air vents here. And then you have your controls for your two front zone climate controls here for the passenger and for the driver. So you can kind of turn the air controls. Now, a little kind of counterintuitive though, is for cool, you gotta press down to cool, to cool the cabin down. But then to heat it up, you actually do press down as well to make the temperature go up. So sometimes it looks like you should press up, but it actually doesn't go up. You got to press down on those. Now, this vehicle does have ventilated It does have heated and a heated steering wheel, but heated seats and ventilated seats here for both front to passengers. And you can control the rear climate there by just basically pressing this button, and then it will actually pop up on the screen there for you. It's not doing it right now because the climate controls are off back there. But coming on down the bottom here, you do have a wireless charging pad here, and you do have your 12-volt power outlet right there. And then you do have below that, you have your MI drives, which I'll change, and I'll show you. You have a normal, a sport, an EV, and an off-road mode. Obviously, off-roads, if you're going to take this thing off-road there, mild off-road, I must say. EV is if you're going to want this thing driving all EV mode as much as possible. Obviously, if you turn into EV mode and there's not enough electricity to go around, it'll turn it back off. Normal mode's normal, and then sport, of course, gives you the most power that is possible between this engine driveline combination. Now, if you press this button down here, pretty cool button, you press that, it will actually turn on itself to charge the battery as much as possible. We'll not be using the battery at all. It will basically conserve the energy and charge it at the same time while you're driving. Down here a little further, you do have this shifter that does shift a little different than traditional. It doesn't just come right down. You actually press the button that's here on this other side, and then you go over for reverse, which will then display your 360-degree camera. And then you go down for drive. And then to go back into park, you push it up and over. So you'll get used to it, but a little bit different than a regular shifter. 2 cup holders here. And then you have your downhill assist control here, and then your button here for the camera views, which will bring up those camera views, which are super high quality here on this CX-90. Now, down a little further than that, I told you about the touchpad here and the turn knob. You have your volume control for the radio, and then you have your electric parking brake with auto hold down there. Pretty cool little design here. Kind of looks like carbon fiber-ish here on the side. And then you do have this nicely padded armrest that does open separately. So let's say you have your significant other with you, and they like to have their compartment open, but you like to have an armrest. You can do that both at the same time. Pretty cool. Now inside there, you do have a little bit of storage, plus you have your USB ports here for the infotainment system. Shut that back up, nicely padded and comfortable. Now, coming over the steering wheel, this is a nice leather wrap steering wheel, nice and thick in the hand. Again, heated here. You do have on your steering wheel your cruise control options here, and you do have on the left-hand side your volume control, your source for your radio, and your answer hang-up button there. Then on the screen here, you do have a lot of different things. You have your kind of your charge and power options over here on the left side for your hybrid system. And then on the right-hand side, you do have your gas on the right-hand side, which we're very low on. And then you have your regular battery right here on the left-hand side to tell you what the charge of your battery is. So, and then you can kind of just go through things here and kind of get used to it there. If you do siphon through different drive modes, let's go down and let's go to the sport one. If you cycle through to the sport mode, you will then get some red options there, and then it will take away the charge option here on the left-hand side and just give you a regular tachometer, because if you're in sport mode, you really don't care about how much the battery is charged, right? So pretty cool. And then if you go down to, let's go to the off-road mode, it will then kind of change it to a grayish green background there because, well, and it brings up your compass there because you're off-road. You need to see where you're going. But it, just gives a different view. So overall, this is really cool. And then I don't think you can see it, but you can actually. It has a heads-up display. That is compatible. If you put your navigation on here, it will give you turn-by-turn signal here on the heads-up display. But if you also put Apple CarPlay and Android Auto there, it will also give you your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto maps turn-by-turn signals here on that as well. Now, coming up to the top there, you do have a regular mirror here. You can get an accessory from Mazda to make this a rear view camera mirror, which basically will then have a camera put on the backside there, and this will become a camera there, which is pretty cool. Sunglass holder here, and then you have your controls for the lights and for that panoramic sunroof, which let's pop, kind of show you that real quick. Now, I'm gonna open the sunshade up and let it go back a little bit, but that panoramic sunroof goes all the way back to the back side of that second row seat to give really nice visibility out the side here. Overall, CX-90 is an incredible vehicle that has great fuel economy here in this plug-in hybrid option. Alrighty, so that's been a quick walk around here on that 2024 CX-90. Let me ask you a question. Would you buy this vehicle if you were looking for a midsize SUV? And especially in this trim level and this option with the plug-in hybrid option. If you're looking for a third row SUV, but you don't want to go full electric yet, would you consider the CX-90? Let me know down in the comment section below. Let me know if you have any questions, and if you're in the market for a new Mazda, please let me know. We do ship nationwide, and we'd love to earn your business right here at Preston Mazda. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.